Good evening, everyone. I know I've been supposed to have this turned in, this assignment. Excuse me for being late. I want to give you guys this quote. First, my name is Perry Wallace. This quote is from Hot 97 radio host, personality DJ Charlemagne the God. And the quote is, "You're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are." I first heard this quote, actually read this quote. He had a book that he wrote called Shook Ones. I was incarcerated for almost 10 years, and I read this book back in 2021. And this quote stood out to me because I was in a place of rebranding myself and figuring out who I was again as a person during my time of incarceration. And the one thing I love about this quote personally is that it reminds me to pretty much stand firm in who I am, be confident in who I am and who I'm becoming. And the part that I look at is you're never as bad as they say you are. That part to me is very strong because at that time I had a lot of naysayers in my life who were demonizing me for previous actions. And I was starting to let that stand on top of me and hold me down. So I had to learn how to not let that be who I am just because they're saying that. And I think about today's society, especially when it comes to social media. Nowadays, for a lot of younger people, they let people dictate who they are or who they should be in regards to fashion, music choice, religion, politics, sexuality. Like, we are now having a society where everybody is just on one accord on the same thinking, the group thinking. And it's almost crazy because people forget now who they are. And when they become the person who they want to be, they're afraid to be that person because of whether the accolades or whether the hate. So go back to that quote, you're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are. And for me, to tie it all up, it's all about having strong self-esteem. Never being worried about what other people think of you, understanding that everyone's perception of you is not the reality, being firm in who you are, understanding that you're great no matter what, being positive about your future, your outcome, understanding that it's okay to fail. So always remember, like Brother Charlemagne said, you're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are. Thank you for this opportunity. Everybody have a good evening.